Professor William Kaufman's published work on ubiquitous strings is released. Simply put, Kaufman predicts that travel to a parallel world may be possible using a method he's called string tunneling. But many in the scientific field, while agreeing with his findings, say that the power output that is needed is far beyond the capabilities of science.
Anthony Zhu's trial ended today with a narrow not guilty verdict. The families of the 11 MIT lab workers who were killed in the July 1999 explosion contend that Zhu was at fault and that his attempt to create the first matter-antimatter reaction was the cause.
You're in my light, pal.
Commander Slade?
Not bad. I guess my weight, too.
I'm Major Vernon, sir. We've got a diamond priority situation at one of our outposts, and I'm to bring you to the site.
I got time to finish my drink? Guess not.
Sorry, sir, but we're almost to the site, and I'm supposed to debrief you before we land.
Get on with it, then.
In your mission briefing, you'll see that yesterday at 16:30 GST, a top-secret military experiment was launched.
You got any coffee?
No, sir. Now, if you'll just follow along.
Damn. Okay, I'm all ears, Major. Go on.
Well, as you may know, scientists have talked about traveling to parallel worlds for the last couple of years, and yesterday, we did it.
Did what?
We sent a probe through the boundary separating us from the other dimensions.
Really? Where'd you wind up? Belgium?
For 71 minutes, we were receiving data back from the probe before an entity from that world damaged it, sending an energy backlash through to our world that's caused an atomic chain reaction we were unable to contain.
Looks like your precious lab blew up.
Not exactly. Pilot, give me a 30-degree roll to port. It caved in.
Let me get this straight. The probe you shot in the Twilight Zone screwed up and is sucking us in?
Yes. And the vortex is growing exponentially, Commander. We estimate 25 days before the Earth is no more than a cosmic memory.
So why am I here?
You're here to escort a group of 3 scientists into the same parallel world to repair and retrieve that probe.
I'm trained in combat and survival. I don't run an escort service.
Urgent. Soft gear maintenance op needed at Hall G13. Red Sector com briefing is a go at 1300 hours.
Look, all I'm saying, Anthony, is we weren't ready. I was as eager as you to test our theories, but that didn't give us license to...
Us? I'm not taking the fall for your flawed theories, Kaufman. My energy source didn't lose that probe, and when we find it, I'll...
Attention. Report all
Gentlemen,
packages.
this is Commander Cutter Slade. He's here to make sure you have no problems on your little trip.
No more than you've got, anyway.
This is Professor William Kaufman, head of the Cristobal Project.
Lab techs,
It's a pleasure, Commander. I'm sorry
You and me
asked.
both, Professor.
And Professor Anthony Xu, Professor Kaufman's...
guiding light. Without me, he'd still be at the blueprint stage.
Where I fear we should have stayed.
We can save the speculation until after we've plugged that hole, gentlemen. Professor Kaufman, you're due at the pad first.
Oh, I'll be along momentarily, Major.
Urgent. Task 5 commanders. P1 reload.
So, what's the plan, Professor?
Quite simple, really. When we get to the other world, we locate the damaged probe and repair the systems using these backup cards. course, the damage could be anything from the power output to the...
It's not the power output, it's the string tunneling device.
We'll find that out soon enough, Professor. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to the pad. Why did they choose you, Commander?
Guess I drew the short straw.
Nice to know we have something in common. See you on the other side, gentlemen.
One step away from proving my energy source can work, and now this. I can't believe my luck.
Don't worry, Professor. Stick close to me and we'll get through this.
Listen, G.I. Joe. I'm only gonna tell you this once. I don't take orders from anyone.
Is that so?
I have a strong feeling you're going to be trouble.
Mm-hmm. The feeling's mutual, Professor. Suit's a bit on the tight side.
Sorry. We've already sent a shipment of new technology weaponry to the other world. The instructions were in your brief.
Thanks. By the way, you said 3 scientists. So far, I've only seen double.
Wolf?
Oh, God.
What's she doing here?
You two know each other?
Not really. I know her lawyers pretty well, though.
Look, about that,
Is there a problem?
I don't really know. Is there, Wolf? I wouldn't want the Senator upset again.
My mother has nothing to do with this. I'm here on my own credentials.
Ms. Wolf is our exobiologist, Commander. If your mission runs longer than expected, she'll be helping you figure out which bugs to eat and what plants to
Commander
avoid.
Slade, T-minus 10 minutes to launch.
She'll also be attempting communication with the sentient beings we saw in the probe.
Communication? Her? How ironic.
You don't understand, Commander. What happened wasn't...
This happy reunion will have to wait, you two. Commander, we need you on the pad now. Ms. Wolf? What was all that about?
Guess you guys didn't have time for background checks. Level with me, Vernon. Is this thing really gonna get us there alive?
Would you rather stay here?
You've got a point there. Just try not to break anything else before I get back, will you?
We'll try, Commander. Good luck.
Ulukai? Ulukai! Zonanikar! Zanguarta!
You guys want to keep it down? My head is splitting.
Ulukai, are you unhurt?
I think so, Doc, except my hearing's a bit out of whack.
I do not understand, Ulukai.
Ulukai? What's that, some egghead word for... Holy shit!
What is egghead?
Who are you? Where are the others?
I am Zokrim, leader of the Dolotai Guardians. What others do you talk of?
Others, like me.
We found you alone, Ulukai. No others were there.
Brilliant. Now what?
Now? Now we will help you retrieve your 5 Mons and defeat Feyran and his soldier leader Croax. Then all of Adelpha will be free.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down there, Chief. I hate to burst your bubble, but I've already got a world to save.
Yes, Ulukai, and that is Adelpha.
Why do you keep calling me Ulukai? The name is Cutter Slade.
Hundreds of moons ago, the Prophet Khazar spoke of a higher being, the Ulukai, who would arrive at this time to save Adelpha from destruction at the hands of Feyran. To do this, you will need the 5 Mons, sacred objects that have been hidden around the regions of Adelpha, awaiting your arrival.
Sounds like you have some real problems. Zokgrim, was it? But right now, I gotta find the 3 other people on my team and a busted probe. That's my first priority. If I have time afterwards, I'll see what I can do about helping you, okay?
If you search for friends and busted probe, have you a way of finding them?
Now that you mention it, no, I don't.
Then I propose a deal with you, Ulukai. I will tell the other Dolotai Guardians to go out into their regions and search for what you seek. When they discover anything, they will get word to me, then I to you.
How many men do you have?
Once, we numbered in the thousands. Now we are but 100, and getting smaller with each moon.
So if I help you get these Mons, you'll use your 100 eyes and ears to look around this world for me?
Yes.
Doesn't sound like I have much of a choice here. How will you know where I am?
We will know, Ulukai. Many Talon will not believe in you until they hear stories of your good deeds. All will watch your every move.
Fair enough. Now the probe is a big, shiny metal object, and I need to find it first.
Is this what you seek?
A backpack? Where'd you get that?
It was found where you arrived, Ulukai, as were many sacred objects of the Yods.
No, the probe is much bigger than that. You said the rest of the equipment is there?
No, Ulukai. When sacred objects were discovered, many Talon take them for themselves, to have a little part of the Yods, and to feel hope that some moon they would help. Most Talon will not want to give up their sacred objects.
This mission will be a snap, Commander. It's just a simple repair operation. What could go wrong? Well, let's count. I lost my crew, can't find the probe. My equipment is being used by the natives as rosary beads. And I have 1 backpack with my HK-P12 and 30 rounds of ammo. I believe that places this mission somewhere just south of Fubar.
I did not understand all what you said, Ulukai, but if you are looking for more items, I would like to give you this.
What is it?
This Gamsav is believed to save a Talon's essence when it is held and squeezed in one's hand. When you do this, a strange glow builds inside the Gamsav, and after a few moments, it lets out a bright light. This is believed to imprint your essence on the Gamsav, but you cannot move while the light is growing.
Skip it, Chief. This is too much. Look, I think I need to clear my head. Got a place I can stretch my legs a bit?
Of course, Ulukai. Our camp is open to you. You should find my son Jan. He can help you. Once he has done so, return to me, and I will open the Daoka, so you may leave.
Come here a second, would you? Hi there.
You walk among us at last. The Yods be praised.
Thanks.
Would you like to know about the regions of Talonzar or Modazar?
What can you tell me of Modazar?
This region is one of wasted land, as well as Talonzar. Only a few thousand moons ago, large trees and many animals made Modazar a wonderful place. Now, the land dies more every moon. Only the most vicious plants and animals live there now.
What happened to it?
Feyran mines a mineral there, which he uses to make the soldiers' weapons. As more of this mineral is taken from the ground, the region dies. The Shamars believe that the mineral is the link between the Yods and Adelpha itself. But I have no feelings about this.
What is this mineral?
You will need to ask another Talon this, Ulukai. I have just become a Guardian, and am only beginning my studies. I am only now being taught about Modazar.
What else have you been taught?
Modazar supplies all of this mineral for Feyran. I remember something about a large tear in the ground that separates 2 parts of the region. and large holes left from old mines. I do not remember much else.
Tell me about Talonzar.
Talonzar was a great region once, full of life and color. Now it is a wasteland. Many say that the Yads have done this because they know this to be the home of Feyran, and they attempt to revert him. But I am not sure I believe this.
Feyran is always there?
Most of the time, yes. He built a great palace there. Around it lies the city of Okriana, the only city in Talonzar. Almost all regions of Adelpha send supplies to Talonzar, for this is the center of Croax's best soldiers.
Sounds like a busy place.
It is. Many Talon live there, trying to do little to attract the wrath of Feyran or Croax. You should not enter this region until you feel ready to do so. Soldiers are everywhere inside Okriana. But if you ever find yourself inside Okriana, you will find that staying off the main road is the best way to avoid the soldier patrol.
Pardon me, buddy. What is a Daoka?
They are the travel rings that have been found throughout Adelpha for thousands and thousands of moons. No Talon knows who created them, only that they allow fast travel to regions where they lie. We turned ours off to make sure no soldiers followed us when we rescued you.
What are these Mon you told me about again?
It is said that you will come to Adelpha and reunite the 5 Mons. Then the season of Feyran will come to an end and all of Adelpha will be at peace once again.
And what are they?
No Talon knows. They were found by Caesar and then hidden from the soldiers of Feyran by all the Shamas after Caesar was reverted. Find the Shamas in any region you enter to begin finding them on, Urukai.
What is a Yod?
The Yods are the forces that watch us from above and give all Talon our essence. They are the ones who have brought you to us, we hope.
Can you tell me about Shamazar?
It is the region that the Daoke in our camp leads to. This region is filled with temples and many Talon there are forced to grow food for Feyran's soldiers.
Say, Zokrim, what's with that Gamsav you gave me?
That is your Gamsav. It is a very special piece of Adelpha, and only a few are ever found.
Great. What's it good for?
If you take it in your hand and squeeze it, light and sound from inside the Gamsav grows. When it reaches full power, it will cause a bright flash. That flash is thought to save your essence, in case you are reverted.
Oh, that's different.
Be warned that if you use this near soldiers, that they will hear it and come running. Also, any energy that comes near your Gamsav will disrupt it, and you will have to begin again trying to use it.
How many times can I use it?
I do not think it has a limit, Ulokai.
What can you tell me of Croax?
I was very young when he became the leader of Feyran's soldiers. From what my father told me before being reverted, Croax always tried to be in control, to have others under his power.
How did he and Feyran get together?
When Feyran first arrived in Shamazar, he met with Caesar several times. They were always seen arguing. Croax saw his chance to join forces with Feyran. And together, they began to teach their message of power over the weak.
Tell me more about the Dolotai Guardians.
All Talon of the Essence Fey used to be Dolotai Guardians. Since the Fey Essence allows us to use our essence to attack, we became the hunters and protectors of the Talon.
So what went wrong?
When Feyran arrived in Shamazar, he began to change the minds of some of the Fey Talon. He said that the Fey were stronger and should lead the other Talon. Many of the Fey did not listen to Feyran, but a few of the less honorable ones did.
Why didn't you try and stop him then?
Many of us began to battle with the followers of Feyran, but the way of the Talon must be one of peace, or the essence suffers. This is how it has been for countless thousands of moons. Khazar spoke against our use of force, and we followed his message. But Feyran took advantage of this, and reverted many of Khazar's followers.
And now?
Now we are but a few left. Feyran has done his best to remove our voice from Adelpha, but we continue to fight in our own way. Many Talon want us to succeed, but most are afraid to say it.
So how can I get out of this joint?
Have you finished Yam's tests, Ulukai?
No, not yet.
I believe you will find his help most rewarding, Ulukai. Return to me once you have completed them, please.
Can I ask you something?
Hey there, how's it going?
Great, Ulukai. You are better, I see.
I could be worse, although I don't really see how.
I can try and give you some info about the Shamaz or the region of Shamazar if you would like.
What can you tell me about the Shamaz?
They used to have greater numbers of their kind, like us Guardians. But since Feyran and Croax began to rule Adelpha, they have disappeared in great numbers.
Feyran's been killing them?
That is what most fear, Ulukai. Feyran has made it illegal for any Shamaz to teach about the other Yods or of the Prophet Khazar. Those that do disappear. We have made efforts as well to keep alive the teachings of Khazar and the Yods, but we too lose more Guardians every moon. I fear that one moon soon there will be no more of us left.
So why does Feyran allow some of the Shamaz to live?
He will always need Shamaz. They can use their essence to heal. Croax forces them to heal his soldiers, and Feyran makes them heal the workers so they can work harder for him. There was a time that none of the Shamaz would help Feyran. But when he continued to revert them until there were only a few left, they decided that they needed to stay alive to attempt to continue their teachings and agreed to Feyran's terms.
They're on his side now?
No, Ulukai. Never question the loyalty of a Shamaz. They will all be delighted to see you and will help you the best they can. Khazar suggested this, and the Shamaz have listened. The only reason you should ever fear a Shamaz is...
Is when?
Forgive me, Ulukai, but they were told by Khazar that if your essence was discovered to be evil, they were not to help you. But I am certain that will not be the case.
What can you tell me of Shamazar?
Large temples are placed all around that region. They are all used to go to pay tribute to the Yods of the essences. These moons, very few are allowed to travel to them, and the offering plates beneath the idols atop the temple stand bare.
Why can't you travel to them?
Feyran has all but destroyed all forms of worship to the other Yods. Now his Yod, the Yod Fey, is the only Yod all can worship frequently. For the other three, all must do it in secret. Only the Shamaz are allowed to travel much to these other temples, but even their time there is limited.
What else can you tell me of Shamazar?
Recent rains there have made the ground very dangerous in some parts. Be careful around the dark land areas. Also, the waters of Shamazar hold danger. I even hear stories of a large, dangerous beast in the waters behind a temple, but I do not know which one.
Hello.
You have my greetings, Ulukai. I have just returned from Okasankar, and I am glad to see you are well.
Where?
The region of Okasankar. I was there because I was the last guardian to leave Okar, the region where we found you. It was my duty to make sure no trail was left by us that would lead the soldiers to us.
What can you tell me about this Okar place?
That region is where we found you, Ulukai. Khazar spoke of your arriving in that region, and for many moons we hid among the trees, avoiding the soldiers of Croax. We had all but given up hope that you would arrive when we saw the bright light of your arrival.
Then what happened?
You arrived near a group of soldiers. They were about to discover you when we attacked them and drove them away.
You attacked?
Only with sleep darts and other not violent means. We never revert other Talan. After this, you were brought here to safety. Only I remained behind to hide our tracks. That region is a very dangerous one. Full of mystery it is.
What kind of mystery?
There are stories that the ruins of the region are the remainders of the ancients. I doubted this until I visited the region on the quest of recovering you. During the moons we hid out in the region, I saw what I think was a Dauka, except this one was very large. It had symbols at the top of it to a place I have never seen on symbols of other Dauka. But I will never know the answer to its secret.
Why is that?
That Dauka was broken, if it even was a Dauka. Others with me thought it to be a monument of some kind. Most Talan do not believe in the story of the ancients, but I like to think they could have been.
Tell me about this Oka Sankar.
It is a region full of water. The city of Sayana lies around a mountain that rises high above the water there. Many say the region used to be mostly mountains countless moons ago, and that the Yods became angry and filled it with water to drive away the ancient ones there.
The ancient ones?
The stories about them are many, and each is different. So many moons have passed since they were supposed to have been here that I fear no one Talan knows if they existed.
What can you tell me about them?
The most popular story is that there were two races in the beginning, Talan and the Ancients. The Yods watched as both races began to live on Adelpha. When the Yods saw the Ancients hurting Adelpha, they reacted quickly to rid Adelpha of them. Many Talan were lost in their anger, but the few that survived spoke with the Yods and promised to never harm Adelpha again.
You don't believe this story?
I do not know, Ulukai. Some moons I do not. But then I think about the Dauka and other objects that no Talan knows how they arrived on Adelpha, and I wonder...
Excuse me, pal.
Are you Jan?
Yes, Ulukai. I am glad that you are feeling better.
Thanks. Your father said you could help me get the kinks out.
The what?
Forget it. I need to get some exercise. Can you help me out?
I can do that, Ulukai. There are 4 tests we do here to train other guardians. I can guide you through them if you would like.
I would.
Then you can choose from our tests of jumping, swimming, targeting, or sneaking.
Hey, can you tell me a bit more about your father?
He is a great leader, and if things were different in Adelpha, he would be the leader of all the Dolotai Guardians. As it is this moon, we must hide or face the reverting flames of Feyran.
He gets people to join him by burning them?
Yes, Ulukai.
Strange recruitment plan. How's your father fighting back?
We never fight, although most of us would like to. I am beginning to think that my father's essence is going weak. I want to no longer listen to his teachings of Khazar and of peace. I want more than anything to revert Feyran myself for what he has done.
Whoa, simmer down there, Jan. I'm sure your father knows what he's doing.
We shall see soon enough.
What about this targeting test?
We have some pots set up to test the shooting skills of the new Guardians. Even though my father unwisely follows the no-violence teachings of Khazar, we still need to learn how to aim our defensive weapons. I shall show this to you.
Pardon me, buddy. What's the deal here?
Here you must break these pots. You may find items inside. Try and break them all.
Let's try this jumping test.
Follow me, Ulukai. I will take you to the place where we test the skills of jumping.
What now?
Across the water, you can see the steps that lead to the top of the rocks. Jump across there and claim your reward. Only those of strong essence can make this jump.
Can I ask you something? Tell me about your test of swimming.
We test the ability of all Guardians to swim down into the waters around Adelpha. This is useful for us when we hide our items or want to avoid the soldiers of Croax. Follow me, and I will explain our test.
You want me to swim in there? I'll freeze my headset off.
This water is very cold, but it holds items that you may find useful. Swim to the bottom to find the best ones, but be sure to protect your essence.
What is this sneaking test?
This is our most difficult test. Since my father orders that we follow the no-violence teachings of Khazar, we find that we are forced to try and sneak into places without the soldiers seeing us.
Nothing wrong with a little sneak and peek. Saves on ammo.
If you say, Ulukai, me, I want to fight, but my father forbids it. And so now we train how to retrieve objects without being spotted. Follow me and I will tell you the rules.
How does this work?
Ulukai, you will now begin the most difficult of our tests. What we will do is have you stand in the area of the square. Once I say 1, 2, 3, you must begin to try and get the fruit I lay on the ground.
Sounds easy enough.
It will not be, Ulukai. If you leave the square before I count 3, I will start over. If I see you, I will tell you, and you will have to come to me to restart the test.
Let's go then.
Enter your square and we will begin. Wait for my count, please.
So, did I pass?
Yes, Ulukai. I have no doubts that you could pass our tests. It was my honor to help you get out of your kink. I hope now that we will be able to learn more useful battle strategies from you.
Your father wouldn't be too happy about that.
My father does not want to see what is happening around him. He talks of the old moons of the Guardians and the honor their name once held. Never does he see that few are being left alive which believe the way he does.
Don't worry, Jan. I've never failed in a mission yet.
May the odds be silent during your travels, Ulukai. My father will be glad to hear that you are ready to begin.
Thanks.
Oh yes, I almost forgot. You will need this.
Hey, that's an EVD. Where did you find this?
This and many sacred objects are all around Adelpha now, Ulukai. When they were found, many believe them objects of the Yods.
So how can I get out of this joint?
Have you finished Jan's tests, Ulukai?
Sure did. He says I passed with flying colors. Now I should get going.
As you wish, Ulukai. But before you leave, I will remind you of our deal. You find the 5 Mons, and we will attempt to find that what you seek.
That'll have to do for now. But just know, the second I find that probe, I'm completing the mission first. Understood?
It shall be as you say, Ulukai. Now the path to your first Mon lies in Shamazar, the region beyond the Daoka in our camp. Once you arrive there, you will need to find Shamaz Zeb. He may be in the village to the far west of the Daoka where you appear.
Sounds like a plan.
In other regions as well, you will need to find a Shamaz. They are the only ones who can help you find the Mons.
So the only people I should find are them?
Others will try to help, Ulukai. A good talent to find is also a recreator. I think they have discovered secrets about your sacred objects.
The recreators?
Yes. They and all others will help you. I only hope you will find the help of the leaders as well.
The leaders of what?
Many of the regions produce resources for the soldiers of Feyran and Croax. I have been in contact with many of them, but all are unwilling to stop their work for Feyran.
They like working for him?
No, Ulukai. They simply fear his anger, or they are too dumb to understand why we want to do this.
Well, I'll see what I can do about that if I have the time.
I know you can win them over. You have the mark of the Ulukai on you, and all will know your words carry great weight.
So that's what it is. I thought maybe one of your guys mistook me for a New York subway car.
Be warned, Ulukai. Many soldiers have been seen now that you are known to be alive. You will want to stay away from the Temple Fey in the center of Shamazar. There are many soldiers there. Stay to the south end of Shamazar.
Thanks for the advice.
Know this. All Guardians will be watching you. You will find our help when you are fulfilling the prophecy of the Ulukai, and you will know our anger if you do not. All Talon will know your actions and treat you in the manner you treat them.
You just remember that I need to find the others and that probe, and we'll get along famously.
Then I will activate the Daoka for you. May the Yods be silent, Ulukai.
Hello there.
Ah, you are better, I see, Ulukai.
Sure am.
Then you will want to find Shamaz Zeb and begin searching the regions for the Mons. Please know that all the soldiers of every region are on the hunt for you. I would suggest that you stay here in Shamazar until you feel you are ready to travel into the other regions. But know that you can enter any of them whenever you feel the need.
Thanks for the tip.
It is my honor to help you, Ulukai. But another word of warning. Some Daokas lead directly into soldier camps. You would be wise to enter only those Daoka that you know lead to someplace less dangerous.
I'll keep that in mind.
Then I will not keep you any longer, Ulukai. Shemazeb waits you in the village to the west. If you would like, I would like to take you to the village.
You can take me there, huh?
Yes, if you would like.
Sure, I'd love the company.
I will show you what I can along the way. Please follow me, Ulukai.
How's it going?
At long last, the Ulukai has arrived. My father would be proud to know that I am meeting you.
He would?
Yes, Ulukai. He was a recreator like I am. My name is Klath. I am eager to be helping you.
Can you explain what a recreator is exactly?
We are but a few Eloi Talan who can recreate simple objects after we have examined them with our essence. We have been working for Feyran for thousands of moons, though, creating weapons for his soldiers.
Against your wishes, I hope.
That is true, Ulukai. And to show this, I would like to offer to help you on behalf of all recreators. You need only show us any of your sacred objects which fuel your weapons, and we will attempt to make them for you.
How do you know about those?
All Talan have them, Ulukai. We have studied them and found that we would be able to recreate some of these objects with material from Adelpha. If you want any more history about us recreators, see Hoon in Okriana.
Can you make me any weapons?
Sorry, Ulukai. The weapons we know how to make are made to be fueled by a Fey Talan's essence, like the soldiers. From what I hear, you do not have this essence, and these weapons cannot be used by you. I wish I could do this for you, you must know.
What do you need to make weapon fuel for me?
You need only bring a sample of the weapon fuel you need made, and I and the other recreators will know what you need made. At that time, we can tell you what material from Adelpha we will need to create your fuel.
Can you make these?
Yes, Ulukai. You will need to bring me these objects.
Where can I find some metal?
Look to the large mounds of earth. They are usually found there.
Do you know anything about Khazar?
He was a great being. His knowledge and kindness brought thousands of happy moons to all Talan.
Is there anything you can tell me about Croax?
His time here on Adelpha has made us all suffer. Sometimes he is seen in the Temple Fey, leading his men, but I have not seen him since you arrived, Ulukai.
Can you give me any info on the soldiers here?
They patrol the fields regularly. There are many of them around the Riz storehouses located all over Shamazar, but the most are sure to be found inside the Temple Fey.
Tell me about Feyran.
His name brings only suffering. He seems to like the pain of others. I hope you can defeat him.
What do you know about the Temple Fey?
It is a very large temple that is completely surrounded by water. Feyran had it built, so it was the center of Shamazar. Many soldiers are inside.
Have you any idea what kind of food resources Feyran has overall?
Soldiers are strong. I do not like them strong.
What about the soldiers' weapons?
Weapons of soldiers, really strong.
What about the soldiers' morale?
What is morale?
Mar, is there any way I could convince you to stop your wrist production?
About how much this will upset friend Croax. Friend Croax was nice to me. Stopped soldiers from hurting Mar.
Mar, listen. All the Talan who work here are afraid of you.
Afraid? They are not afraid.
Yes, they are. They are afraid that you will tell your friend Croax that they are working slow.
Yes, friend Croax like it when I do that.
Do you know what happens to those Talan who Croax takes away?
They are given another work.
No, they are reverted.
How do you know?
Let's just say it's an easy bet.
You say that friend Croax is not friend?
Bingo, Zippy. Now, would you like to hurt Croax?
Croax not friend of Mar? Mar would like to hurt Croax, yes?
Then you talk to the others here and get risk production to stop.
Mar, call them right now.
Did Narn come to see you?
Yes, Uluvai. He was full of much anger.
Why is that?
Because Mar could not find key to friend Mason's box. He wanted to get tablet, but I could not help him. He got angry and hit Mar.
When was he here?
Last moon. I tell friend Croax that for 2 moons, Narn not do his wrist. I think Croax want to find Narn very badly now.
Me too. How's it going, Mar?
I like my new counting job. I get to count to 0 all moon long. 0, 0, 0.
That is good, Mar.
Croax will be very unhappy. I am happy.
Have you any idea what kind of food resources Feyran has overall?
Soldiers are not the strongest I've seen. That is good.
What about the soldiers' weapons?
Weapons of soldiers, really strong.
What about the soldiers' morale?
What is morale?
I got your tablet.
Great, thank you, Ulukai. I trust Mar was able to get it for you with no problem.
Yeah, he was a big help.
Great. I shall say a special blessing for his essence. I knew he was the right Talon to trust.
Now, about that Sankra symbol.
Oh, yes. Well, as you will see, the 4 points of the symbol each represent one of the 4 essences of the Talon. The path between them is shown here, and we call it Sankra, or Chaos.
Why?
When the essences follow this path between each other, all Talons suffer. You will see this better if I draw the essence symbols on the tablet for you.
Thanks.
Narn thought that the temple secret and Sankra pattern were connected in some way. I wonder if the essence idols have anything to do with it. Here you go, Lukai.
I got rid of the Gamors for you.
Oh, happy moon! I hope you did not hurt any of my friends.
I tried not to.
That is all I need to know. Now, your reward. To me,
Hello.
Ulukai. Good moon to you, Ulukai. Is this your first time here?
Yeah, I'm new in town. Got a place a man can tie up his horse, maybe throw down a tall one, see some sights?
I do not...
Sorry, just blowing off a little steam. Yes, I just arrived.
Yes, well, you will find that there are many things to be found here. Be careful where you move inside the city, Ulukai. The soldiers here look for you even now. I hope you are strong enough to face them.
We'll see, I guess.
I must leave now. My essence is in danger. I have been stealing the keys to soldiers' storage houses, hiding them around the city. I was almost caught this moon, but I have managed to get out. It is good that I met you before I went into hiding.
You gonna be okay?
We Guardians are a quick group of Talans, Ulukai. We have to be. Thank you for your time, but I now must leave. If you get a chance, try and disrupt the tax flow in the city. That will really upset Feyran. May the odds be silent, Ulukai.
Hey there.
Ah, the Ulukai has come to see my great collection, yes?
Collection of what?
Of old Talan object, of course. You do know that you speak to Ominel, meat merchant and possessor of the best collection of old Talan objects in all of Adelpha, right?
Can I ask you something?
How's it going?
Are you the Ulukai?
That's what the shirt says.
I am Hesa, and I sell water. Do you want to buy some water?
Maybe later, thanks.
I must continue working then. I am very busy. Busy all the time selling water.
Can you tell me more about your business?
I have delivered water for thousands of moons. There is not one moon where I have not been busy. All talent depend on me.
Everyone buys their water from you?
Yes, everyone. The water in the well does not taste good unless it is inside one of my barrels for many moons. Then it tastes good again. I just wish I was not so busy. Then I could fix my problem at the well.
What is your problem with the well?
There has been less and less water in the well the past 100 moons. I am too busy to notice, but my assistant Zed at the well does. I think he just does not work hard enough to get the water. But I am too busy to deal with it now.
Where is this well?
It is in the south of Okriara. I am too busy to show you myself. Sorry, Urukai.
Can I see you for a second?
Hi there.
You are a pleasant sight to these eyes, Ulukai.
Thanks, ma'am.
My name is not that. It is Nika.
Are you
Yes, I am a reese merchant.
No, are you a female?
Ulukai makes jokes. What a brave being you are with all that goes on around you, to seek to give us all hope with humor. That is why I hate to ask you if you would do me a favor.
Anything you care to tell me about your wrist?
It is fresh from the fields of Shamazar. The farmers there work too hard to deliver it to us. I hope that some moon they will have a reason to stop farming.
What's this favor, Nika?
I need some Zorkins. Please, Ulukai.
Now I know you're a female.
You are a silly one, Ulukai. But I'm serious. I need those Zorkins to return a very important object that the soldiers took from me when I was not able to pay my tax this moon. If I do not return it soon, a soldier may lay claim to it, and I will never see it again.
And you want me to buy it back?
No, I just need to borrow the Zorkins from you so I can get it back. Then I will be able to repay you with a little bonus to reward you for your help. Please, Ulukai.
Why am I getting a crying game feeling here? How much of a loan do you need?
It is a very big one, Ulukai.
Can you take all of it now?
Oh, I can indeed. Thank you, Ulukai. Return later this moon, and I will have it to return to you, with a little something extra on the side.
All right, enough games. What are you?
As I said, I am a reese merchant.
No, are you a male or a female?
I had not heard you were this funny, Ulukai. It has been many moons since I laughed.
Hi there.
You were that being, the one from the yards, right?
That's what they say.
Wow, you were shorter than I dreamed you'd be. But that is fine. Everything is fine. My spice is fine.
Are you okay?
There are no waves in my essence this moon, Ulukai. My name is... Zagu. Yes, my name is Zagu. I sell spice.
What can you tell me about your spices?
My spices are wonderful, Ulukai. They can bring such a great variety into your life.
Oh, and how is that?
By mixing them with your food, oh great savior of all Adelpha. What else do you do with spice? They're only used to add different flavors to your meals.
What kind of food do you mix them in?
There is not a food or drink that I have not spiced, Ulukai. I can mix my spices to make food taste like anything or drink to taste like anything. Did I say that already?
Could you give me some history on Talanzar?
Once this region was a vast field of purple grass. All homes were one with the land. No roads were built or large structures. Just a simple life of hunting and farming. Then Feyran came to Talanzar after the death of Khazar.
Why here?
No Talan knows. He saw the land and ordered that a large palace was to be built here. His soldiers forced all Talan to begin work that very moon. As the structure began, he ordered a city to be built around the palace. As the palace grew, so did the number of workers building it and the city's size.
So this city is what was created?
No, Ulukai. The original city was 3 times the size that Okriana is this moon. As the palace neared completion, the Yods began to show their unrest. The water left Talanzar, never to return again. The land dried up, and soon long moons of wind began.
Speaking of long wind...
The land began to ride the wind, and over a period of many moons, it buried the old city of Okriana and half of the palace Fey. Not discouraged by this, Feyran rebuilt the city atop the old, and ordered the building of the walls to hold out the Yods should they attempt again to bury his creation further.
There, I think that should do it.
That was a very loud noise, Ulukai.
You should hear my neighbor's son's stereo.
I want to thank you for taking time to help. You should go see Hesa. He will be happy to hear this news.
Come here a second, would you? I need to find a city that has a huge pyramid in the middle. Do you know of this place?
The city you describe is Okriana in the region of Talanzar. Enter the Daoka to the south of the entrance of our city, Sayana, and you will arrive there.
I see you for a second.
Hey there.
Ulukai, I am pleased to have met you.
Thanks. What do you do here?
My name is Sadar. I am a Sankar catcher, or I was until I had a problem with my boat.
Well, what's your problem?
I hate to trouble you with this, Ulukai, but I have a hole in my boat. I struck a rock last moon and was forced to throw over all the Sankar I had caught just to stay above the water. Now, I do nothing with it.
You don't have a boat repair guy around here?
We did until this moon. He was reverted with a group of others who Croax thought were Dolotai guardians. So now no one can help me.
Anything I can do?
If I only had the gland of a Z-dog, then I could fix it myself. But they are so dangerous that I would never ask you to get one, Ulukai.
So what can you tell me about Sankar?
Most of the Sankar in this area have all been caught. Croax has been making us catch Sankar for many hundreds of moons to feed his soldiers. They weaken without much food, huh? But now, most of the Sankar are gone.
What do you catch now?
A few still can find different types of Sankar, but the one most seen now is the deadly Senecta. You can see them because a part of their back sticks out of the water. If you swim in the waters outside the floating fences, you will find yourself quickly reverted by one of those Sankar.
Sounds like I better watch where I'm swimming.
You can only swim outside the floating fence if you are close to a boat. The Senecta are intelligent and furious because we try to catch them as well. But if you swim too far from the boat, you will be in danger.
Tell me about these Z-dogs.
They are the plague of all Oka Sankar. We can never kill them all, for they grow back so quickly. They look like a tall plant, but they attack fast and are very deadly.
And this gland?
Once they die, they always spit out a gland. Inside this gland are the seeds of the Z-dog, but the liquid in the gland is very sticky and is great for patching holes.
Tasty.
Do not get too close to them, Ulukai. They do spit, but their spit is easier to avoid than when they try to bite you. You can find them to the southeast of the city entrance.
Explain how these floating fences work.
It is very simple, huh? A mixture of plants and pieces of Gorgor Zord are held underwater.
Pieces of what?
Gorgor Zord! The material it leaves behind when it has been someplace.
I can imagine.
The Senecta smell this and stay away from the area.
I would too. Reminds me of the public pool.
The stink is not what keeps them away. It is the fear they have of the Gorgor. Senecta are very smart and avoid all things that can harm them. The Gorgor hunts them as we do, and so they stay away from the smell of the Gorgor Zort.
I got a gland for you.
You are as the gods promised, Ulukaya. Help to us all. Could I have the gland?
Okay, it's yours.
Thank you. Please give me a moment to fix my boat.
Excuse me, pal. Am I glad to see you?
The stairs are good for your essence, no? I, Shamas Kaleb, take them 10 times a moon.
Do tell.
Thank you, Ulukai, for removing those horrible soldiers from our beautiful city of Sayana. I was afraid that most Talan here would never again feel freedom after Croax was here last moon.
Croax was here?
Yes. He captured many Talan and reverted them, saying that they were all Guardian spies. I think he was only trying to scare old Talan into not helping you, Ulukai.
Here a sec. I need to get out to Oru's island.
I would be honored to help, Ulukai. Let me know when you want to leave.
Let's head to Oru's, please.
As you wish. Remember, if you fall out, stay close to the boat or the Senecta will revert you.
Pardon me, buddy. Are you Oru?
What?
Are you the hunter called Oru?
Have I got a Caldero? What is Caldero?
Oru.
That is me. You are the Urukai, no? Have you come to battle with me?
Easy, old-timer. Shamaz Kaleb sent me here.
Who did what?
Shamaz Kaleb.
No, I tell you, I am Uru already. Kaleb is in Sayana.
Shamaz Kaleb sent me here to see you. I need to get to Gorgor Island.
Gorgor Island? Well, why you not say so? Have you got my gun?
Your what?
My gun! Do your ears not work?
You should talk.
What?
Never mind. Can you take me out there or not?
You are willing to help me kill the Gorgor? Yods, be silent. Finally, one with a brave essence.
No, I don't care about your Gorgor. I need to get them on.
You will need to bring me supplies before we can begin our hunt.
About those supplies you wanted.
What?
Here they are, packed up and ready to go.
Finally, my destiny begins now. Come, we go now.
So, how do those Booyat and Daggerrock work on a Gorgor?
Do not talk to me. I need to focus my essence.
Okay. How far is this island anyhow?
You want to get out now?
No. How much further?
Ah, you are eager for the hunt, yes?
No. I don't care about your Gorgor, Oru. I only need to get to the Mon.
It is important, yes?
Very.
So is the death of this Gorgor to me. We all have our destiny.
Damn. How much longer is this ride?
What is the matter, Urukai? Are you afraid of boats?
Buddy, I'm a U.S. Navy SEAL. There's nothing with water I can't handle.
Then maybe you would like to be silent while I ready for this battle.
What is it about this animal that has you so riled up?
You do not understand the way of the Fey Hunter. This Gorgor won our last battle and almost reverted me. But it did not finish the job.
You should be happy you survived.
No! I failed. A hunter who is fallen by an animal and not reverted is thought to not be a worthy opponent by the animal. This Gorgor did not fear me, so it did not kill me.
It is just an animal, Oru. It doesn't think, it just does.
The Gorgor is different. It is smart. You will see. I have prayed about this moon for too long, and it knows I am coming to make him respect me.
By killing it? You have some strange ideas, Oru.
You will see. You will see.
Come on, Oru, let's go. Hey, what are you doing? Ow! Damn it, Oru, what the hell did you do that for?
I will not be leaving this island until that Gorgor has fallen.
Have you lost your friggin' mind? How in the hell are we gonna get out of here now?
We shall worry about that after I have fulfilled my destiny.
Wait a minute, damn it! What is wrong with you?
The Gorgor!
The Gorgor is just a stupid animal. You just stranded us out here on this island, you crazy bastard.
You whine like a twanha. Someone will come for us. They will want to know what that noise was.
Yeah? Well, thanks for betting my life on that, Oru. I came out here for one reason, and now you may have just screwed that up.
You want the mom this badly? Ha! It is over on that little island to the northeast of here. But you will not be able to get to it.
What are you talking about?
The Sanecta swim between this island and the one with the Mon. The only creature that can cross that distance without being reverted is the Gorgor. The Sanecta are fearful of him and flee when they smell his odor in the water.
Oru, you're real close to me tossing you into the water right now. You agreed to take me to the Mon.
Stop whining. Once I revert the Gorgor and fulfill my destiny, you need only stand near him to get his smell.
Zip it, you old codger. I can't believe I fell for this. I'm gonna get the Mon, then I'm getting myself off this rock.
You fear the Gorgor? You should. It is very dangerous.
Yeah, I know. Big as a house, leaps tall mountains in a single bound, blah, blah, blah.
Higher being. Ha! More like scared being. He would probably revert just from seeing the Gorgor.
Now, how the hell am I gonna get out there?
No, this goes in here.
Damn it, Oru, do you...
Huh? What did you say, Urukai?
Holy shit! Oru, behind you! Oru, no! Son of a bitch! I have some bad news, I'm afraid.
What, Urukai?
Oru didn't make it. That Gorgor got him.
He was reverted by the Gorgor? Oh, his essence must have been alive again.
You think that was a good thing?
You would have to understand the hunters to know
Why, I am happy for Oru, Urukai. Did you find the mon?
Sure did.
Then you are closer to defeating Feyran. Caesar's words become real.
Poor Oru. I was almost starting to like the old buzzard. Hey, how you doing?
Urukai. Oh, this is a momentous occasion. I, Zerner, formally thank you on behalf of all the inhabitants of Sayana for removing the soldiers from my beautiful city.
There's no big thing.
Have you seen our sanker catchers at work? Oh, our city feeds all of Croax's soldiers with our sanker.
All of it goes to the soldiers?
Yes, well, we, of course, would like to keep some for ourselves, but rules are rules. We are doing our job the best we can.
Tell me more about all these Sankar catchers.
We have the best catchers in all of Adelpha. They have such skills as you will never see in any other region, except for the small bit of Sankar that they are allowed to sell to the other Talon. All the other Sankar are given to the soldiers.
Are you happy about this?
Anything that keeps me as leader of Sayana makes me happy. And as long as the Talon here continue to deliver Sankar, I can do what I am able to make sure that they have a good life. We all benefit. Over here,
how's it going?
Urukai, you have come to Matazar. I was not told.
By whom?
By Zokrim. We have not gotten word from him in some time. If you are looking for the mon, you will be having a hard time here. I am sorry to say.
Why is that?
I believe that the Shamaz that knew of its hiding place is in trouble. You must go speak with the leader of Matazar. His name is Ashkar, and you can find him in the worker village to the west side of the region.
Thanks, I'll do that.
May the yachts be silent, Urukai. I must leave you now. Remember, speak with Ashkar.
What is this place?
Welcome to Matazar, Urukai. I am happy that you have visited us this moon.
Could you tell me who I can speak to about finding a mon?
I have nothing to say to you. Go talk to Ashkar. Our Shamaz Keb could have told you, Urukai, but Croax has placed him in jail here in Matazar. You should find our leader, Ashkar, and speak with him. You can find him in the center of the worker village on the west side of the region.
What can you tell me about Shamaz Keb?
He is sorely missed already by the land workers. I pray for his escape.
Yo, short.
Hello.
You are the Urukai? You look rather small.
Size doesn't matter.
I am going to like you, Urukai. I am Ashkar, leader of Matazar. Maybe you could help us save our Shamaz Keb.
What's wrong with Shamaz Keb?
I have little hope of stopping the public reversion of Shamaz Keb, which is what is planned for him by Croax. A number of his high soldiers are due to come to Matazar any time now and direct the Shamaz to be taken back to Okriana.
Why are they doing this to him?
He was caught giving aid to some Dolodai guardians last moon. I think that ever since you arrived, Urukai, Croax has been under orders to rid Adelpha of all guardians and those who help them.
Can I help you with this Shamaz?
I doubt very much that even you could take on the high soldiers, Urukai. But maybe if something were to happen that would slow them down a little, we could have more time to come up with an idea.
Slow them down how?
The jail is very difficult to get to. Maybe you could damage the Rift Bridge. Anything to block them from getting to him.
Where is this Rift Bridge?
The Rift Bridge to the far north, Urukai. You will not be able to go any further north once you see this, for the only way to do so is by the bridge.
Can you tell me a little about Motazar?
All of the Helidium in Adelpha now comes from Motazar. We mine it and send it to Okriana, where it is carved into the weapons of the soldiers.
Those big holes in the ground are mines?
They used to be mines, Urukai. Ever since Feyran has increased the number of Talan working in the mines to get his Helidium faster, the land has become violent.
The large holes you see were once mines, but the land collapsed, usually reverting the very Talan that were in the mine.
Sounds dangerous.
It is, Ulukai. Motazar used to be covered with plants and wild animals. It was a beautiful place, but the land has died under our feet in the past 1,000 moons, making it very hard to live here. And since we can make no food, we depend on the other regions for it.
You can't find any food here?
No. This is why I'm so disappointed that one of the miners here is stealing food.
Got anything you can tell me about the mines?
We find Helidium inside them, but only far down in the ground now. Helidium used to be closer to the surface, but we have taken all of those already. But the deeper we go, the more the land becomes dangerous.
How?
The big holes you see around Motazar are old mines that have caved in. And every time we begin a new mine now, many Talan find themselves hurt by lava or fiery fountains which burst from the ground.
Have you any idea what kind of food resources Feyran has overall?
Food is becoming a problem for Feyran. His soldiers begin to weaken a little.
What about the soldiers' weapons?
I hear they're having some trouble with getting fresh weapons.
What about the soldiers' morale?
The soldiers get all the Zorkins they need. They are happy about that.
If you stopped mining Helidium, that would hurt the soldiers, yes?
To do this thing would cause their weapon supply to run low, forcing them to reuse older weapons which will get weaker with time, yes?
Could you convince them all to do this for me?
I would, but all are very concerned about Shamaz Keb.
You wouldn't know anything about where the Mon is hidden here, would you?
I have heard that Shamaz Keb knows. I fear that Shamaz Zagi is too young to know such information.
What is this about a food thief?
Near the south entrance to the worker village is a food storage house. Some miner is entering the house when my back is turned. I want very much to stop him. The house has many pots around it.
What can you tell me about Helidium?
There is something strange about Helidium, Ulukai. But I am only a Ganda Talan, and my talent is not thinking like the Elui Talan, but using my strength to mine rock. Feyran wants badly the Helidium.
Why?
He discovered that when Helidium is held by a Fey Talan, they can project their Fey essence over a great distance. This gives his soldiers a deadly advantage. The Helidium we mine is sent to the city of Okriana to be carved into weapons that the soldiers can use.
Can I see you for a sec?
Greetings.
Who are you?
You don't know who I am?
No, I have only begun to learn the ways of the Shamaz. Are you Feyran?
Not quite. I'm Cutter, but everyone here calls me the Ulukai.
Oh, you are the Ulukai. Oh, forgive me, I did not notice your symbol there.
How could you miss it? The way the soldiers react, you'd think it was the symbol for shoot me.
I am Shamaz Zagi. Well, sort of Shamaz. What may I do for you?
I've come to get some info on the Mon.
I have little knowledge of the Mon, Ulukai. The only Talan who does know is Shamaz Keb. May the Yods protect him.
Can you tell me about Shamaz Keb?
I know not what to do, Ulukai. The Shamaz was imprisoned in the jail beyond the rift and the tests of Fey. I have almost no hope that I will ever see him again. The high soldiers of Croax have orders to take him back to Okriana for a public reversion.
Why is that?
He was helping hide guardians from the forces of Feyran and was discovered. Feyran seeks to make a public example of his reversion to stop all who would help you from doing so.
What is this test of Fey?
No Talon has ever seen the test of Fey. When they brought me to the Shamaz this moon to heal his wounds, I passed through that area with a cover over my head, placed there by the soldiers so I could not see.
Wait a second. If the Shamaz is supposed to be reverted today, why do they want you to heal him?
So his pain would last longer during the reversion, Ulukai. He seemed very weak already.
So you didn't see this test?
No, but I did feel intense heat, so I am sure it is dangerous. Also, they seem to have brought me through a maze of some sort. The soldier who was leading us complained that he was lost, and they should have brought the map.
A maze?
I believe so, yes. I wonder if the drawing on the wall of the barracks to the south of my temple is a map. I would be interested to see it again.
Can you tell me anything about this map?
Yes. I believe that this is the map of the maze I was taken through this moon. May I see it?
Sure, here you go.
Yes, that is the one. I remember the soldiers saying, right, right, left, right. No, no, left, stupid. Left. And who are you calling stupid? Right, you, stupid. Left, left. Here. I draw what I remember for you, Ulukai.
Thanks. What do you know of these high soldiers?
I have only seen them once in action, Ulukai, and it was not a long battle. They are quick and aggressive. You will have to stop the one who has the key. However, that key is the only thing that will give Shamaskeb his freedom.
What can you tell me about the mines?
Inside the mines is where we mine the helidium for the soldiers of Iran and Croax. But for many moons now, the land has begun to fight back.
Fight back?
Yes. Tunnels close almost as soon as we dig them. Lava and fire streams come from
me, buddy. Hi there.
You sticky pile of zort.
Pardon?
What gives you the right to go blasting up other people's hard work, eh?
This is about the rift machine, isn't it?
That was my best piece of work you damaged, you child of a Tunha.
Ashkar seemed pretty happy I did it.
Well, Ashkar did not build it with his own 2 hands, did he? Have you any idea how many moons it took me to construct that work of masterpiece?
No, but...
300 moons! 300 moons to find a steady fire stream coming from the ground to power the engine. 300 moons to shake the metal. 300 moons to build the parts.
I get the idea.
Do you? I very much doubt even you could construct such a machine, you with all your machines of destruction. What do you know of creating? And the worst part is, now I have to deal with the soldiers who also do not care about my creations.
It's a kaful.
The kaful is a machine of my design. I plan to do what no other Talan has done before me. Harness the power of the very wind itself. Are you impressed with my vision?
Yes, it's a wonderful idea.
I think so myself, and I am glad you agree.
What did the soldiers want?
Ulukai, what do you think they wanted?
The bridge working again?
There. I knew you are not as essenceless as your actions against my machine have shown, but you are still a pile of zort.
What did you tell the soldiers?
I told them the truth. I need a path to fix it, and I sent my assistant to recover one. If you want to help, go see where he is before the high soldiers arrive in Murtazar.
Tell me about your assistant.
He is my brother's son. Maki is his name, but it should have been, I never work hard.
Kinda lazy, is he?
Like his father, but his father was reverted by Croax for not working, so I tried to keep Maki alive by doing both of our jobs until he decides to wise up and work. He is in Okriana right now getting me a replacement part for the machine.
When will he return?
He should have been back already. I know the builder in Okriana had this piece already made because I always get 2 of everything made when I create. But that was in the event of machine failure, not Ulukai's omniscience.
I'm sorry already.
Sure you are sorry. Now why do you not go be sorry and find Maki? The Daoka to Okriana is southeast of my kaful. Once you find him, tell him to bring the part to the Rift Bridge. But I do not want to see you around my machine again. Do you hear me?
Why do I get the feeling I'm never going to hear the end of this?
Because you are not! Now go!
What happened here?
My friend is gone. Reverted right before my very eyes.
Who did this? Soldiers?
Gamblers. They came from the rocks and attacked. I was so scared.
You alright?
I ran back through the Daoka to avoid being hurt. I waited there hoping my friend would make it out alive. Oda, my friend, I, Maki, will always feel pain for leaving you.
You are Maki?
I am afraid to say that I am he, Ulukai. Zoran is sure to let me be reverted for having no essence and letting my friend be reverted while I run and hide.
Look, I've known soldiers in my world to do strange things under attack, and they were trained to kill.
Yes?
Certainly. Well, I even once saw a soldier shoot himself in the leg just so he'd be taken away from the battle scene.
But I feel so empty, like my essence has been pulled from my body.
I've been there myself too many times, buddy. It just goes away with time.
I do not think I shall ever forget this, Ulukai.
I never said the memories do. Just the part about feeling pain. Give it some time and you'll be able to live with it. Trust me.
Zoran will also never let me forget. Not when I return that machine part to him so he can fix the rift bridge.
Where is the machine part?
The Gamors have it.
They took the machine part?
I think so. When I returned here, I saw them to the south dragging my friend's body. The machine part was with him. Oh, Oda, I am so sorry.
Don't worry. I'll go get it.
Look, I can still see part of his clothes scattered on the ground. You're gonna take my friend.
Oh, Shorty.
I found that machine part.
Are you as forgetful as you are violent? I told you never to come back here.
Mackie had a problem.
Do not tell me that Mackie did not go to get it himself.
He went, all right. But when he returned, some Gamors attacked his friend and, well...
More stories? He should have been a storyteller, not a builder.
No, this is true.
I have no time for this. Give me the part.
All right, here you go.
Now, I will fix this bridge.
Say, could you lower it for me as well?
I will do that only on one condition. You must cross it and save the Shamaz Keb.
That's easy. I need to find him alive to get them on, so of course I will.
Then may the yards be silent during your journey.
Thanks.
Ulukai, I could not help but notice that you have not asked me about the key to the jail cell. Was it your intent to blow up the cell?
No, not really. Why?
If you have not gotten the key, you may find it useful to do so, because the jail cell the Shama sits inside will need it.
Where could I find this key?
I do believe the high soldiers are here in Motazar as we speak. Maybe, since they are coming to get the Shamas, they would have the key. I think sometimes you have the mind of a Sankar, Ulukai.
And where can I find these high soldiers?
They would be in the soldier camp to your left as you leave the rift to head back towards the village. But do not dare leave me until I have lowered this bridge.
What?
Do not leave my side. It will take me some time to repair this machine, and I will need you to protect me once I try and lower the bridge. The guards on the other side of the rift are sure to hear me.
Roger.
Pardon me, buddy.
Thanks for getting it working again.
I have little use for broken machines and for saviors that break them. Be warned, though, that I have reinforced my machine so it will withstand your actions if you ever felt the need to again destroy my machine.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I am a mighty guardian, Ulukai, and I was trying to free the Shamas. But I've been stuck in this maze for a moon, and have not been able to find a way out.
You sound a little young.
Okay, I'm not really a guardian yet, but I was going to become one when I freed the Shamas. But now, I just want to go home.
You need some help?
Have you a map of this place? I would like to use it to get out, Ulukai.
Yeah, I do have one.
May I have it, Ulukai? I would like to go back home now.
Sure, here you go.
Thank you, Ulukai. I will give you my lucky object in return. It did not bring me any luck. Maybe it will for you.
Hey, buddy.
You're a big one, aren't you?
You walk among us at last, Ulukai.
At least for the time being. Who are you?
You have not heard of me? I am the great hunter, Kuran, and this is my region of Okar.
I have some bad news, Kieran.
Yes?
Oru was killed by a Gorgor.
The one he hunted before?
I'm not sure, but I think so.
Then he is with the Fayod now, hunting in the essence beyond. I am glad you were able to tell me this, Ulukai. It means much to me that you have done this.
It was nothing.
I had cheated my friend Oru out of many Zorkins when he was young. I saved them all to repay him later when he became wiser. But he has no use of them now. I would like you to take them and use them, Ulukai. This way, Oru repays you for helping him reach his destiny.
What can you tell me about this region of Okar?
My region of Okar, you mean? I live here. It is mine.
Okay, your region.
It was once a place where the Dorotai Guardians trained before the season of Feyran came upon us. I was a young Guardian at that time, but I wanted no part of the conflict, so I became a hunter instead. I had a friend who was a hunter with me for many moons, but he left many thousands of moons ago.
And you've been hunting out here ever since?
Yes. I watched as the soldiers of Feyran attacked and reverted many Guardians who were trying to use the training center across the bridge as their base. I saw the barracks to the east of the Daoka get burned to the ground, then built again by Croax. But through it all, I hunt, for this is my region.
Well, mighty hunter Kieran, I need to find out if Amon is hidden somewhere inside this region.
I have heard of this treasure, but in all of the travels around my region, I have seen nothing that fits its description. Not even with the Ugubar.
Any idea if there's even one here?
Oh, I know there is one here. I have not seen it yet, but there is little in my region that I cannot find with time. There is a Shamaz here who is searching for the same thing.
Is there anything about this bridge you can tell me?
It's a bridge that crosses the water. It lies to the far west of the Daoka.
What can you tell me about these barracks?
They house the soldiers of Croax. I tolerate their existence only because they fight with the Ugubar on occasion. But they would love to get their hands on me, I know this.
Why?
My traps have harmed them more than the Ugubar have, I think. They are not happy with me, and that is the way I like it.
What traps?
Ah, you are wise to ask about my traps, Ulukai. Some are for animal, and some are for the Ugubar and soldiers, which still plague my region. You will have to watch your step, Ulukai. I have placed so many that even I almost get reverted by a few now and then.
What can you tell me about the Ugubar?
They are the lower beings that plague my region. Primitive creatures of no intelligence. They are constantly stealing the animals that I trap.
Where are they?
They have a camp to the far southeast of the Daoka. But I would not recommend that you visit that area of my region. They do not like visitors.
Where is this Shamaz?
He entered my region earlier this moon and asked of me the same questions. I gave him the same information I give you now. He asked for my help to find it, but I have many duties to perform in my region, and I could not be bothered.
That was nice of you.
I explained to him that the region was very deadly, but he insisted on looking anyway. He headed to the east of the Ugubar camp. Their camp is southeast of the Daoka.
Tell me about this training center.
Long ago, the Dorotai Guardians trained inside its walls. Now only the soldiers of Croax are there. It is a place I have not entered in thousands of moons, so I know little about it now. But it is to the west of the bridge. You cannot miss it.
Looks like you picked the wrong friends to play with.
Yes, Ulukai. The Ugubar were not happy to see me. Thank you for saving my essence.
The job comes with this shirt, I guess.
I am Shamaz Zave, and I was here in Okar to look for your mon with a map I have, but I have not found it yet.
What do you know about this Kurin?
Very little. He exchanges sacred objects and animal skins he finds in this region for Zorkins. Some say that the time out here he spends all alone has made him a bit crazy. I agree. He thinks Okar is his.
What is this about a map?
I have this map of Okar, but I do not know its meanings. I spoke with the hunter Kuran about it, but he too could not help me discover the secrets.
So let's have a look at it.
Here, it is yours. I will remain near the Daoka if you need any help with it. But I fear my skills are not in this exploration.
So you don't know where the Mon is?
No. There were two Shamaz before me who guarded the secret of the Mon in Okar. The Shamaz I worked with was reverted some moons ago, and I found this map in his belongings. But he never told me the secrets behind it.
What can you tell me about those Ugubar?
They are violent beings who have no essence in them. Some say they are the descendants of higher beings like yourself, but others think they are a relative of the Talan from the beginning period of Talan life on Adelpha.
Slade, you've no idea how glad I am to see you.
Where are the others?
Gee, Marion, it's nice to see you, too. Why, thank you, Cutter.
Damn it, Wolf, do you know where they are or not?
I've not seen Kaufman, but I think I saw Zoo.
You think?
Well, it looked like him. But this person was ordering around the soldiers that knocked me out and brought me here. He looked different, older.
Zoo was directing the soldiers? Are you sure?
Not 100%, but it sounded like his voice.
I wonder.
Hey, you know something else? I was supposed to teleport 10 minutes after you, but they pushed up my departure time. I left right after you. The scientists were rushing around screaming something about a probable temporal anomaly.
You gotta be kidding me. This is just perfect.
Did you say Zoo?
Yeah.
Zoo is a name I know. Khazar fight with Feyran many times. Call him Zoo. My father told me this.
Wait, that can't be right. Jan, how long ago was Khazar killed?
Khazar was with us for many thousands of moon and was reverted soon after Feyran arrived. Feyran has ruled Adelpha for 10,000 moons, I think.
Call it woman's intuition, but I don't think Zoo is playing for the same ball club anymore.
You think Zoo killed Kaufman? No, I thought he was a Weasley little shit, but a murderer?
Well, I may be the new girl on the block, but where else did these Talon learn English?
Khazar taught all the high language of Aga Khaman.
It would explain why the Mon they want me to find are computer cards. Thought that was kind of strange.
Well, so if Kaufman is gone and Zoo is this Feyran guy, where's the probe? If they were here for such a long time, does that mean it's been here all this time as well?
I don't think so.
Why?
These Talon say that Khazar instructed them to hide these Mon, these cards, where Zoo couldn't get them. I'm guessing that we still might be in need of them.
So what now?
I'll find the Mon. You go on back with this Guardian, and we'll meet up when I'm finished.
I want to help, Slade.
You will, by staying safe where I know I can come get you in a hurry.
I didn't go through basic training for nothing, you know.
Yeah, well, you didn't exactly get in the way most SEALs have to, did you? Or did you forget that your senator of a mother greenlighted your butt into our basic? And you didn't exactly finish at the top of the class, or at all, as I remember.
You asshole. It wasn't my fault.
That is exactly why you're going back with this Guardian. You are unreliable in a stress situation, and I'm not going to catch fire for you again. Do you read me?
You and me are going to have words about this later, mister.
Ooh, I'm all tingly with anticipation.
Finding it hard to catch our prey, my leathery friend?
The female is not important, Veyran. We must concentrate on stopping the Ulukai. He begins to give the other Talon hope.
Oh, but she is important. With Wolf in my grasp, I could easily lure that Boy Scout into a trap.
I have ordered all patrols to be on the alert. My soldiers will stop him without your tricks, Veyran.
I hope you are not speaking of the same soldiers that failed to dispose of Slade's unconscious, defenseless body the day he arrived.
Veyran, those Talon are the ones that keep you in power. You should not talk badly of them.
Or what, Primitive? You'll turn them against me? I am the voice of the Fae. All fear my wrath. What could you possibly say that would sway them from me?
I could tell them how you are a fake.
Heed my words, Lizard, before I forget what little need I have for you. Never again use that word in my presence. This bickering is pointless. You will find the female wolf and bring her to me, unharmed.
And the Ulukai?
Deliver him, extremely harmed, if you please.
Slade! Come in, Slade!
Slade here. What's up, Wolf?
We're under attack. I could really use a hand here.
Roger. I'm heading for the camp now.
I decided to help the Talon, so I'm not at the camp.
What? Damn it, Wolf, I told you to stay there.
Save the lecture cutter. We're in trouble and we're not going to hold on forever.
Give your location.
Hang on. Hey, what is this place? We're north of the barrier in Shamazar.
Barrier in Shamazar? Can you be more specific?
I didn't get that last transmission, Slade. Just head to the northwest and hurry. Marion out.
Wolf? Come in, Wolf! Damn it! Like I needed another problem right now.
Well, you sure are getting a lot of use out of your white horse lately, aren't you?
Can the wisecracks, Wolf. I told you to stay at the Guardian camp. What are you doing here?
You said stay with the Guardians. When I heard they were heading to attack this Ventalope training base, I figured I'd stay with the Guardians and help.
That's not what I meant, and you know it, Wolf. That's twice you've disobeyed an order and gotten me into trouble.
That's not fair, Slade. I was trying to help. Nebraska was going to...
It's in the past, Wolf. A past no one will remember if the Guardians don't find that damn probe soon.
I just wanted you to know that I didn't have anything to do with the hearing going on the way it did. My mother...
The Senator didn't make you lie, Marion, and you know it. You did what you did because you were afraid to face the consequences of your actions.
That's not true!
Isn't it? Then why didn't you stand up to her? I know you're capable of doing it because you went against her wishes to go into journalism in the first place.
How did you know that?
I can read, Wolf. The Time article about your powerful family was very insightful.
Oh yeah, that.
So, once again, here I am cleaning up your mess.
Look, I don't suppose it would do any good to tell you that there's not a night that passes that I don't wake up seeing Nebraska fall from that crane, screaming for what seems like hours. I know I screwed up.
I have the same dream, Wolf. But right now, I don't have time to babysit you as you run around trying to set things right by being a hero.
Babysit? I just blew up this place to try and help you, you jerk.
Thanks. Now get your ass back to the camp.
You know, you might want to lighten up someday, Slade. I hear being an asshole all the time can raise your cholesterol level.
I really should feel honored. It's not every person who can say that the entire universe is out to screw up his life.
Excuse me, pal.
I guess you're out of a job now, risk counter.
That may be the case, but Croax still lives. My mission will not be done until he is reverted.
Brave words. Want to come join me?
I cannot, brave Ulukai. I know you must be frightened to ask for my help, but I have more important tasks to perform than to keep you alive.
Oh, okay. Well, I am really scared now.
Never fear, Ulukai. I may be around the corner when you need me in a fight.
Yeah, all the way around the corner.
I did not hear that, Ulukai.
It's okay. It's called a mumble. You weren't supposed to. Hello there.
The Ulukai. The Ulukai has come to seek my advice. Okay. I will help you if you take me into battle with you.
You're not a fighter, are you?
I am probably the mightiest fighter of all the Dolatai Guardians. But Zokrim has me counting Reese. I will never know why.
Okay, well, do you really want to help me fight these soldiers? I could use the help.
Oh, well, I would, Ulukai. I have fought so many, but I do not want to steal any of your praise. I have had more than my share in my lifetime, but in secret, you know. Like now, this job of counting Reese.
Do you know where some dynamite is hidden?
There I was. Some dynamite to hide, and little time left to hide it.
What?
I ran to the left, but soldiers were coming. I looked to the right, and Feyran himself was coming my way.
Just tell me where it is, Shakespeare.
So, taking my essence in my own hands, I dove into the Sankar-infested waters. Through the cloudy water, I could see a massive shape looming in the distance. Was it a larger predator coming to try and eat me?
Yo, James Bond, over here.
I held my breath for what seemed like a full moon, fighting off Sanko with one arm and holding on to my precious cargo with the other. I took a chance and swam towards the large shape, with not a fear for my own essence.
How do you shut this guy up?
My fingers growing tired and my vision beginning to blur, I kept swimming towards what was surely certain reversion. Finally, I saw it. The shape was a sunken boat. The same boat Croax himself used to float around in patrolling the waters, until a certain talon of unmatched courage had destroyed it.
Oh, how I miss commercial breaks.
My lungs almost bursting, I placed my cargo in the shadow of that dead boat and rose to the surface, only to see 20 soldiers turn and look my direction.
Near the sunken boat? All this, and you could have just said 4 words, near the sunken boat?
Did you not ask how the dynamite was hidden?
No, where the dynamite was hidden.
Oh, near the sunken boat.
I wonder if Feyran pays well. Hell, I just might end up working for him for free.
You did not like the story?
Come in, Cutter!
Slade here. I read you.
Hey, I got him!
You're not in trouble again, are you, Wolf?
Well, I didn't know you cared. I've got someone here who needs to speak to you. Oh, and Slade, I will be coming to help you on this, and there's not a damn thing you can say to stop me.
What are you talking about?
Ulukai?
Zokrim, is that you?
Please, Ulukai. My son Jan and a few other guardians have been captured by Feyran. You must save them.
Where are they?
We believe they are heading for the Darosham in Okasankar to be reverted.
Okay, Zokrim. I'll try to get to them before that happens.
You must hurry, Ulukai. Jan is the only son I have left.
Don't worry. I'll get your boy back. But can you do me a favor in return, Zokrim?
Anything, Ulukai.
I need you to keep Marion there and out of danger. Can you do that for me?
I think we have enough rope for that, Ulukai.
I love the way you think, Zokrim. That'll be a big help.
Slade, what do you think you're...
I warned you, Wolf. Slade out. I just hope I'm not around when she gets loose. Can I ask you something?
I got the Mon from the Temple Fey.
Well done, Ulukai. Where was it?
Hidden in the flame.
That is where I would have looked last, I am sure. That flame has not gone out since it was first lit.
Is that so?
Yes. Oh, I wonder if Feyran knows of the Mon's existence. Would it not be funny if you were looking for him all this time, and here it was hidden in his own creation?
Come to think of it, that's not a bad plan. It would be the last place I looked as well.
I heard about Narn. I also hear that his Hazades left to visit his brother. I wonder what it had to say.
Come no closer, Urukai!
You must be Croax. I've heard some not-so-nice things about you.
You let go of your weapons!
Aw, you didn't say please, buddy.
See, Croax? And you were worried that he would come quietly. Hello, Commander. No, wait, it's, ukulele now, right?
Zoo, where are the Guardians?
Ah, yes, them. Where are my manners? Would you like your Guardians burnt or overdone? Sorry I can't give you any more choices than that. I seem to be a terrible cook.
You sick bastard!
Hero. Before you fly off the handle, must I remind you that the others await the flame inside? Now drop your weapons or I fire up the barbecue again.
I drop my weapons, they die anyway. No thanks. I think I'll just kill you now.
Have it your way, umbrella. Croax, please revert him while I tend to other burning matters.
About time. Soldiers, next to Ulukai! The Yaz smiled on you this moon, Ulukai. When we meet next, your essence is mine!
You're not going anywhere, pal.
No, I think different.
Son of a bitch. Don't worry. I'll find you again. Excuse me, pal. Jan, are you all right? Where's Zoo?
He is not here.
He's not? How did he get out?
Please, Ulukai, I do not know.
Where are the other Guardians that were captured with you?
They were...
Sorry, Jan. Let's get you out of here, okay? Your father's worried sick about you.
My father? Tell my father...
Tell him what, Jan?
Nothing. I have nothing I want to say to him. Go now, Ulukai.
What's wrong, Jan?
Go away, do you hear me? Leave me alone.
Jan, what's up with you? I'm the guy that just saved your butt, remember?
Leave me now!
I caught the thief. He won't steal from you anymore.
Yes. Now, let us speak of payment.
What do you have?
I only have one thing to give. Zorkins.
Give me the Zorkins, then.
As you wish.
Cut it. Damn you.
Wolf?
Zoo's here. He's here and the Guardian camp is under attack. Get here. Look out!
Wolf? Wolf! Shit! Come here a second, would you? What happened?
Feyran was here. His soldiers took everyone.
How did they find this place?
They had a spy.
Do you know who it was?
You were looking at him, Ulukai.
You? How could you do this?
I did not have a choice, Ulukai. When you spoke to me in the Darasham, Feyran was watching. He had used my capture to lure you there. When you escaped, he made me bring him back to the camp.
Made you?
I do not want to think about it, Ulukai.
Well, we need to get them out.
They headed to the ancient world of Okar, Ulukai. That is all I know.
How did you manage to get away?
Feyran let me go.
Why?
Because he knew that my moons of helping the Guardians were over. None will trust me ever again. I should have let him revert me at the Darasham. I have failed all.
Jan, listen, I still need you.
Ulukai?
If you want to end the rule of Feyran, that is.
More than ever, yes!
Then do me a favor. As soon as I find the other Guardians, I think it's about time we cause a little revolution. You think others will follow you?
Luckily, none of the Guardians in the other regions know of my failure. I believe I can begin to gather them together.
Do that. When I free the others, it'll be time to act.
I hope my father will forgive me.
Fathers have a way of doing that. Are you gonna be okay here?
Yes. I need to think of what I'm going to say to the others. Good luck, Ulukai. Feyran must know that you are coming. I think this is the other reason he let me go.
Oh, Shorty.
I need your help, Kieran.
What is the matter, Ulukai?
Did you see a bunch of Talon come through here recently?
Yes, I did, Ulukai. They were making quite a lot of noise, scared away a Gamor I was hunting.
Did you see where they went?
They were heading to the barracks east of the Dauka, but I have not seen them since.
That was the leader of the Dolotai Guardians and his followers. I could use your help in freeing them.
I do not do that kind of thing anymore, Ulukai. I am only a hunter now.
Then damn it, help me hunt those soldiers.
My region needs me. I care only for my own essence.
I found Shamaz Zave.
Is his essence still with him?
No, I'm sorry to say he did not make it.
Well, I hope you are able to find the map he had with him. Seemed rather important. Bad luck will now visit my region with the death of a Shamaz.
I found this map next to the Shamaz.
Let me see it, Ulukai.
Okay.
Yes, as I told the Shamaz, my region is full of surprises. But the keys, he said, that led to the Mon, I have never seen them. The funny writing on the bottom of the map, I do not know.
So those places on the map are what?
Those places are well known to me. The big place to the west is the training center. If there was ever a place the old Shamaz had a chance to hide anything, it would be inside there.
Anything else?
The two places to the north of the training center, I have never gone near. Both are in a part of my region I never find many animals, so I do not trap there often.
The other places?
Well, someone drew a picture of the place of falling water, but I have never seen anything near there. And the arena is just full of Gamors. But I wonder...
What?
They have drawn on here the object that makes all the funny noises during a strong wind. I wonder if it has anything to do with the sound pipes I have seen in my region.
What sound pipes?
I have noticed them in my walks around my region. Some I have seen, some I have not. I will mark on the map where I have either seen or heard them.
Thanks.
Here you are.
Accessed.
What do you think those marks are?
I believe them to be ancient writing of some type. I have seen writing similar to that in the ruins around my region, but never those symbols. They could be anything.
What can you tell me about that arena next to the Dauka?
It was a tournament area for contests, but now Croax attempts to train Gamors inside. Enter only if you desire to see their teeth up close.
I found that Mon I was after.
And where was it?
Under lock and key in the heart of that training camp.
Well, if you have entered into that place, then you are the Ulukai I heard all the stories about. I am glad to have helped.
Looking for this?
Wolf?
That's right, Ulukai.
How'd you get out?
They never caught me. I hid out in the trees, then followed them here just in time to see you drop into that trap.
I'm glad you're here.
Are you? Well, I might not have been if I hadn't knocked a few heads around when your friends tried to tie me up.
Oh yeah, that.
Now, if you'll drop your hero routine and quit trying to protect me, maybe you and I can get the others out.
There's only one problem with that, boss. My backpack feels a little light.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. Those soldiers took almost everything out of there.
That's going to make our rescue attempt slightly more complicated, don't you think? I've only got one weapon in here.
What is this? The mighty cutter Slade is afraid?
This is the part of the conversation where I'm supposed to bellow that I can eat lead and take out 100 men using only a wet napkin, right? Normally I would, but now the fate of 2 planets is in our hands. You'll forgive me if I'm a bit hesitant about failing.
Well then, just don't blow it.
You should have been a cheerleader, Marion.
Now that's an improvement. I was beginning to wonder if you even knew my first name.
Oh, I know more about you than you realize.
Oh. One of these days you'll have to tell me.
I look forward to it. But let's get everyone out of here first. I need you to sneak everyone out of here while I keep the soldiers busy. When I've taken care of them, I'll meet you outside.
Was that an order?
Yes, ma'am.
Under the circumstances, I'll let you get away with that one. Watch your tush, Slade.
And try not to alert any... Ah, damn it.
Ulukai, you have freed us.
With a little help from my partner here.
Little help?
Thank the Yods. None of my guardians was lost on this moon. Only my son. May his essence be torn from his body.
About that, Zokrim, I had a chat with him at your camp.
He is reverted, Ulukai. I have no more son.
You do if you can forgive him.
Jan, you made it. I was trying to smooth things over for you.
This is something I need to do myself, Ulukai. Father, I was weak. My essence was not as strong as you would have liked.
That I can see.
Feyran reverted all the others with me, Father. I was afraid to face the flame. Feyran promised that you would not be hurt.
And you believed him?
Marion, shh.
You have made a mistake that has cost us the one place we could hide, Jan. We may be free now, but we have no place left to hide.
Seems to me you have 2 choices, Zokrim. You can either help me get that final Mon out from Feyran's fortress and help save many lives, or you can scatter like rats into the dark corners of Adelpha again.
But our teachings of non-violence forbid it.
Your teachings won't mean a damn if there's no one around to follow them. Rules are meant to guide people, not contain them. To survive, you sometimes have to cross that line.
I have gathered together all the Guardians and some other talent who are ready to move on your word, Father. My failure this moon will not be followed by another.
Come on, Zokrim. We need your Guardians with us on this.
Kesa will not be happy, but I will pray for him to understand after we win, or explain it to him in person if we lose. We go.
I knew you'd see it my way.
Jan, tell all. Tell all Talon that we now strike at Feyran. For all Talon who have gone to the Yods. For all Talon who have suffered. For all Talon in the future, we end the season of Feyran now.
I will, Father. Thank you. I will not let you down again.
I know. Oh yes, Ulukai. Before we go, I think it is time I give you this.
My weapons?
No. It is the words of Kesa. I was instructed not to give this to you until I was certain that you were our Ulukai.
That's a holo recorder.
To Commander Slade or Miss Wolf, I will have departed this strange yet wonderful world by the time you get this message. Hopefully you will arrive to find it as peaceful a haven as I did. But I fear with Zoo's insane behavior you will not. Our mission to save the Earth rests solely on you placing those 5 computer cards into the probe before it automatically returns. It is my opinion that Zhu made a miscalculation with his power source, and the probe was destined to fail. My guess is that the energy surge from the soldier's weapon won't damage the probe, but it will trigger the power source. This will create the disturbance we saw on Earth. And as you'll notice, I am speaking in the future tense, because the probe will arrive years after I am dead. By my best estimation and judging from the launch times we scheduled on Earth, the probe will be arriving soon after the commander arrives, and years before Miss Wolf appears. The rotation of the Earth is most likely causing the time drift we have experienced, something I fear I neglected to account for. Miss Wolf, if you receive this recording, then I fear the Earth will have already suffered its fate. However, if you are receiving this, Commander, know that time is of the essence. You must find and replace the computer cards, no matter what the cost. Once you have done so, you can remove the data collection modules from the probe and return to Earth inside it. Using some of the equipment that has survived, I reprogrammed the cards to return you moments after the last transport was to take place. With any luck, the return of the probe will dissolve the disturbance and save the planet. Make haste, Commander. Return the probe, or all is lost.
Guess it's a good thing I was early.
Yeah, no kidding. Zokrim, change of plan. I need some of your guardians to fan out and see if they can locate that probe. My guess is it will show up in Okar somewhere.
As you wish, Ulukai.
I want to join in the fun.
But you don't have a weapon.
You don't know as much about me as you think, Slade. You may need a gun, I don't.
I don't doubt that.
You watch yourself, Cutter.
Is that an order?
Yes.
Oh, I like it when you play rough.
We'll see if you can handle rough later.
I will remain here and help look for the probe. But what is the soldier Kesar speaks of?
In the drawings sent from the probe, we saw one of Croax's soldiers shoot the probe. That's what caused all our problems. If you find this probe, make sure no one destroys it, okay?
We will do as you say, Ulukai. May the Yod smile on you.
May they smile on us all. I'll return once I've gotten that last card. I just wish I had my weapons.
Hey.
Damn, Jan. For a peaceful race, you Talon sure can throw a mean revolution.
We Talon are like wood. We stand firm, remain long, and bend under pressure. But once the Talon feels the heat of anger, we can burn very hot.
I guess.
Good news, Ulukai. Your sacred objects were recovered.
About time.
I am afraid, however, that all objects which fueled your weapons were taken.
Great. What am I supposed to do with them now? Throw them at him?
I did not finish, Ulukai. They were taken. But all the talent you have helped in your time here have a surprise for you. They have gathered what they could in order to help you defeat Feyran.
Thanks, Jan.
I have also received word that your probe was found. One of Feyran's soldiers shot it, but the Guardians were able to stop him from destroying it.
That's the first good news I've had since getting here. All I gotta do now is find that last Mon.
Marion has already gone inside the Palace Fey to get the Mon.
She what?
She said a Shamas told her where it was, and that she thought she could get it out of there quickly. I say to her that it was dangerous, but she did not listen.
Welcome to the club, Jan.
I admire her essence.
She has some essence, all right. And if I don't get in there now, she's liable to get it shot off.
Ulukai, the doors!
Ulukai, I am pleased that you have returned to my sight.
Well, if it isn't the Running Man.
Our last meeting was an unfortunate one for me, but this one will be much more satisfying.
Oh, so this time you plan on fleeing before I kick your ass?
No, Ulukai. As you will see, Feyran makes some excellent weapons, even if he is a fool. Now, time for your reversion.
I hate foreplay. Let's start slamming.
First, my loyal soldiers would like to share my greetings.
Where is Feyran?
No one has seen him since you escaped from Okar. The coward is looking for rock to hide under.
I'll find him. Don't worry.
My soldiers will avenge me.
I somehow doubt that. Hope that Fey yard of yours has a nice, hot place for you. Marion?
I got the last card. There were a few guards inside, but nothing Zokrim's guys couldn't handle.
Great. Let's get out of here and find that damn probe.
So, we haven't talked about who's going back in that thing. There's only going to be room for one.
We'll flip a Zorkin for it, but we need to get there ASAP.
So much for women and children first.
You're hardly that.
What, a woman or a child?
Take your pick.
I'm gonna make you pay for that.
No!
It's Zoo. He just disappeared.
Well, I guess we don't have to flip. Or
Save your strength.
tell my mother.
No, you do it, Marion. Just hold on. I'll get you out of here.
Knowing you care enough to try makes me not afraid. Save...
Marion!
Damn, I really must work on this weapon. If all my victims get that long to speak after I shoot them, I'm going to have to listen to so much whining.
Show yourself, butcher!
Oh, what's the matter, G.I. Joe? Did I take away your dolly? I must admit, I wouldn't have minded keeping her around, but I imagine she would have proved to be a bit of a nuisance.
You're dead! You hear me?
Who can't hear you? You bellow like a Sakwana.
Stop playing games!
Chivalrous to the end. You military people and your misplaced honor. Defending governments that throw your life away. I'll never understand it.
I can imagine loyalty is something you would find hard to grasp, you insane prick. I'm sure Professor Kaufman would agree.
Kaufman? That addle-brained simpleton? He kept babbling about the probe arriving in 25 years. I did that decrepit old fool a favor when I killed him.
That decrepit old fool was right, Zoo. The probe just arrived.
You're lying.
Do I look like I'm lying? Why the hell do you think I'm trying to get these cards?
That's not possible. I calculated the probe was already here 5,000 years before. It's not possible.
Face it, Zoo. Kaufman was right, and you, psycho, have committed the biggest screw-up in all of recorded history.
The probe. My calculations were not wrong. My calculations were not wrong.
Keep saying that. Someday it might come true. Now quit hiding and...
No!
What are you doing?
My palace. What is happening?
Don't move.
My palace! You cannot take my palace!
Get back here! Ah, damn it! Well, I think I got her working. The little lights are all blinking and no smoke is pouring out.
You must leave then.
Yeah. Right about now, there's 5 billion people praying to about 1,000 different gods. I don't want to disappoint them.
Before you go, we have prepared your friend for her journey to the yachts. Would you like to see her?
Yeah.
We, Talon, believe that the body must return to the essence from which it is spawned. For her help and warm heart, we give her the place of highest honor for Talon. She will be returned to the car from where she came.
Give me a moment, okay?
As you wish, Urukai.
I couldn't have made it through this without you. Your family will be proud. Remember when I said that I knew you? I'm finding now that I really didn't, and I wish I'd gotten the chance. You were 1 in a million, Marion.
And now, her next journey begins.
All right, Zukrim. This is it. About this coat you gave me.
We wanted you to have this, for we will miss you, Urukai.
Tell your son thanks for me, would you?
Jan is fighting the remainders of Croax's forces. But after the Yods let loose their anger on Feyran's palace, I think we will have no more problems for a long time to come.
The Yods? I thought your guardians did that.
No. The Yods passed judgment on Feyran, and all have heard the message. You, Urukai, have fulfilled Khazar's prophecy, but the future is unknown to us now. Will you ever return to us?
I don't know if Earth is ready for any more interdimensional travel just yet, but when we are, I'm sure you'll be the first stop.
May the Yods smile on you, Urukai Gutter Slade.
And you, Zokram. Now I just hope this gizmo doesn't puree me on the way home.